Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me. My name is Marcus Brewer, and I will be reviewing the Internet Marketing Action Plan for Rhinegeist Brewery. Thanks for joining me. We will begin with going over the action plan elements. Um, the action plan is broken into the following elements: Rhinegeist audience identification, broad campaign, targeted campaign, intention-based campaign, email newsletter campaign, landing page optimization, and we will conclude with the performance metrics that will be tracking the previously mentioned campaigns. So let's begin with giving an overview of Rhinegeist's target audience. Rhinegeist targets people that appreciate the craft and skill put into every beer produced. By creating a family-friendly environment that brings people together, many Rhinegeist consumers fall in the millennial generation. Statistically, millennials have a strong sense of community, both locally and globally, which Rhinegeist capitalizes on by opening the brewery for local events such as wiffball or kickball. Millennials are also very technologically savvy, meaning Rhinegeist online users are going to expect a user-friendly platform when locating products or gathering relevant information regarding products. With 20 different offerings, Rhinegeist truly has something for every type of beer drinker. Their ideal customer ranges from 22 to 35 years in age with a median income. Gender has been relatively consistent with a 50-50 split. Their geographic target market includes northern Kentucky and greater Cincinnati. However, they are currently distributing throughout the Midwest. A lot of the user intentions that have been gathered through Rhinegeist marketing, current marketing campaigns, have been that a lot of the users have been trying to gather information regarding Rhinegeist brewery events, or they're looking into the brewery hours of operation, or just researching new product launches. So this moves us to our broad campaign. Our broad campaign is created with ads that have the intention of attracting the attention of a large audience. The most effective ad format for broad marketing campaigns are display, text, and video ads, all of which would be utilized. With the use of engaging language, the ad's goals will be to attract the online users to click on the ad and take them to the Rhinegeist product site. The ad will have an incentive tagline for free shipping, invoking the interest of the user. The broad campaign site that we've chosen to use would be Cincinnati.com, very closely related to the Inquire Media, one of their umbrella companies. This is one of the region's most trusted sources for news and information regarding or reaching more adults in the greater Cincinnati, northern Kentucky area. Their demographic closely aligns with what Rhinegeist currently has in place, with affluent adults, young professionals, moms, baby boomers, and women. The household income is fairly medium as well, and the gender split is relatively consistent. Moving on to the best case and worst case scenarios for our broad campaign, we would be looking at an ATV, average transaction value, of $45 with conversion rate of 65%. The exposures that we would be hoping to gain would be close to 600,000. And we believe with our ad budget of $200, our cost per click would be at 33 cents, our cost per visitor at 13 cents, with a revenue of $438.75. This would be with a total conversion of 10. On the broad on the worst case scenario, our ad budget remaining at 200, and however we would get 0 conversions. This would be one of our worst case scenarios, so we obviously wouldn't have any revenue to generate. Moving into our targeted campaign, these ads are created to attract the attention of large audiences. However, the audience does contain members of Rhinegeist's current target audience. The most effective ad format for targeted marketing campaigns are display, text, and video ads. The messaging strategy used here is significantly designed towards a Rhinegeist's current target audience, with the main goal of increasing conversions through online brand awareness. With this campaign, we would also be using Cincinnati.com with a very consistent traffic and user or visitor profile that Rhinegeist currently has, and also a very similar demographic. So moving forward, we would take a look at our best case and worst case scenarios for our targeted campaign, with an average transaction value of $45 and a conversion rate of 1.75%, and an expectation of 600,000 exposures. Our ad budget set at $550. We would expect a cost per click at 61 cents and a cost per visitor at 26 cents. With a total conversion of 37, we would be able to generate $1,653.75. Our worst case scenario, with the exact same average transaction value of $45, a conversion rate of 0, and the exact same ad budget, with 0 conversions, we would have 0 revenue. Moving on into our intention-based marketing campaign. Our intention-based marketing campaign utilizes keywords that will allow Rhinegeist to monitor and maintain a strong sense of brand awareness and relevancy in the online marketplace by choosing specific keywords within Rhinegeist Brewery industry that have high search rates. Rhinegeist products will gain an interest and exposures to those interested in other information that is relevant to the Rhinegeist brand. The ad will offer a free shipping incentive to evoke actions from the users and prompt them to click. So below we have a list of our 6 branded key terms: Craft Beer Cincinnati, Rhinegeist Brewery, Rhinegeist Brewery Tour, Cincinnati Beer Club, Cincinnati Craft Beer, and Beer of the Month Club. These words were chosen because they're brand specific to Rhinegeist, and they also have a high monthly search volume, meaning we would be able to reach more customers or potential customers. Moving on to the best case and worst case scenarios for our intention-based marketing campaign, with an average transaction value of $45 and a conversion rate at 5%, we would expect 50,000 exposures. With our ad budget of $500, our cost per click would be estimated at $1, our cost per visitor at 91 cents. With 28 total conversions, the revenue generated would be $1,337.50. For our worst case scenario, with an average transaction value of $45 and a conversion rate of 0, we would expect similar exposures at 50,000, and our ad budget remaining the same at $550. Our cost per click would remain $1. Our cost per visitor would remain 91 cents. However, with 0 conversions, we would generate 0 revenue. Moving on to our email newsletter campaign. The email newsletter campaign or sponsorship with citybeat.com, an online publisher that has a vast online database, enables Rhinegeist to narrow down their targeted audience to increase conversion rate and brand awareness for their specific demographic array. The ad will also have an incentive for free shipping, which evokes an action for the user to click. This ad will be placed on the bottom left side, which is cost effective and draws the eye of the reader as they read left to right. CityBeat.com was or is one of the leading websites for our targeted audience. It's very highly recommended when it comes to engaging with Midwest users, which closely aligns with where our target audience is. As you can see on the bottom right hand of the page, there is an example of where the ad will be placed in the email. And then to the left of that is a breakdown of the age, income, and education for the users that we will be hoping to gain. For our best case and worst case scenario for our email newsletter campaign with an average transaction value of $45, an estimated conversion rate of 6%, and estimated exposures at 20,000, our ad budget at $150, we would expect a cost per click at 8 cents, a cost per visitor at 7 cents, and with total conversion of 122, the revenue gained would be $5,481. For our worst case scenario, with an average transaction value of $45, conversion rate at 0%, with remaining consistent with 20,000 exposures, and remaining consistent with our ad budget at $150, our cost per click remains the same at 8 cents, our cost per visitor remains the same at 7 cents, and our total conversions would remain 0, and the revenue gained would be $0. Moving on to our landing page optimization. Landing page optimization, the metrics used to track the performance of our multivariate testing and optimization on the landing pages is the number of impressions the landing page received, which tracks the number of clicks from the ad to the landing page. The conversion rate, which is determined by what the ad is trying to get the user to do, in the case of a conversion, is tracked by either the user subscribing to the Rhinegeist blog or purchasing a product online. When tracking Rhinegeist Brewery's products, average transaction value would be tracked as well, determining how much each conversion is actually worth. When optimizing a page, it's best to understand what the user is trying to achieve. This can be tested by editing the ad's wordings, size, color, and placement of the ad, and by tracking the user's online navigation experience and optimizing that so that they are seeing what they hope to see. We would be able to increase revenue for Rhinegeist Brewery. Thank you for your time, and I'm here if there's any questions. Thank you.